You're listening to a bonus edition of I Like That Story. My name is Jeff Gould. I start my days usually at about 5:30 in the morning, and this is one of the places I sometimes start my day. It is in my shop. I'm putting a fire together in my wood stove. The sound of the pine burning. It's comforting to me. I don't just go here to make things, I go here to be something. At times, all of us will go through a difficult time. Sometimes those difficult times are called the valley. And certainly, everybody goes through it individually. Sometimes they go through as a family, sometimes as a community, probably once or more times as a nation, occasionally even globally. And at this time, there is a lot of dissension and worry and anxiety. And how do you find peace in this valley? This first program, I guess that's what I'll call it, is titled It'll Be Fine. I think of my mom when I say that. My mom was a famous scraper. My mom was a person who grew up in the Depression era, and she was famous for scraping the molds off things and sniffing after it's been in the refrigerator and ignoring the expiration dates. And she'd always say, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And it was, right? I remember my mom as being an excellent cook. I'm certain there were a few disasters, but I look back and say, it was fine. And I look back and see it was fine. Do you know in our nation's history, there have been 47 recessions, sometimes called panics, I'm sure, or depressions, or financial setbacks, or bank closures, whatever. But at 47 different times, people's money has gone the wrong way. I looked up natural disasters. Oh my. Well, they stopped. They didn't go back before 1816 because there really wasn't any accurate record keeping. But since then, there's been 105. Some of them I remember. I remember volcanoes. I remember hurricanes. I remember floods. Some of them I'd forgotten. But there has been well over 100 serious floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, droughts, blizzards, heat waves have killed a surprising number of people. And smallpox, yellow fever, cholera, Spanish flu, diphtheria, polio, measles. Many of these we have forgotten because the cure has come and gone, and now we just take it for granted. Some of them are still in the world today, and some of them we continue to battle with as these various bugs mutate, and we come up with a solution, and then they do a counter move. But this has been the nature of our country, and it has been fine. It has been fine. I think about that with my own life. I have had setbacks. I'm sure you have as well. My life is, I consider, better than many. Maybe not as good as others. I'm really struck by the number of people who have I thought, lived great lives, and they complain about it. And some people have had, I think, terrible lives, and they say that they're blessed. So I feel it's more of an internal thing, but generally speaking, my life has been fine. And your life has been fine. Your life is fine. My life is fine. I got up and made myself a cup of coffee. For years, For years, I had a little hotel coffee maker. Somebody gave me about 35 years ago when I was in radio. Well, finally, it gave up the ghost. And I went and bought a Bunn coffee maker. Oh, my goodness. It cost like $117. I thought, this is not worth it. But I bought it anyway. And man, do I love that thing. Makes a delicious cup of coffee. The first taste of that cup of coffee, it's fine. There is a drizzle outside, and to hear it drip onto the roof of my tin shed, that's fine. The sound of the birds, I wish I knew them. I think there's a cardinal. I think there's a robin. Spring soon is their call. I hear them, and it is fine. My wife found a recipe that she swears is like the one her grandmother had, and she thought it was lost to the world, but she found it, and she's trying it, and there are caramel rolls in the kitchen as I speak. When my wife gets up, she will cook those, and the first taste of that caramel roll will be fine. We think of fine, and I don't know what the common definition is. It's fine. I guess that means it's okay, right? When we say it's fine, how's everything? It's fine. Its original meaning is excellent, right? I mean, it's fine dining, fine jewelry. And that's the meaning of that word that I want you to own today. It will be fine. Not because I want it or I think it. It's because it has been promised to me. You know, when I was a kid, my mom would leave the house. And she'd leave a note sometimes. Kids, I'll be gone back in an hour. There's cookies in the blah, blah, blah. And maybe you've written this same note. Maybe you remember hearing this or reading this same note yourself. Why did they do that? Why did they leave you a note? Well, if you think about it, it's because they wanted to assure you that you were not alone, that they would come back. And the motive was that, well, they loved you. Hang on a second. There we go. They loved you. And when Jesus left, he said, hey, I'm coming back. I'm going to go, and then I'm going to come back. And I'm making a place for you. And, you know, I can't imagine how delightful that place is going to be. It's going to be different for each of us. It will be a room of the perfect size that will be a complete delight because he knows what you like. He knows who you are, and he is making it now to delight me, to delight you. In my case, it might be like this very shop, a warm and comfortable place where I can be, putter around, sit, and just be at peace. And that has been promised to me. Jeff, it will be fine. Sometimes I doubt this. Sometimes my valley gets deep enough or I get distracted enough that I start to worry. So I write some of these things down. Hang on a second here. What did I write down for January? I wrote down. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I have swept your offenses away like a cloud, your sin like a morning mist. Return to me, for I have redeemed you. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do? The Lord is with me. He is my helper. I look up in triumph on my enemies. My enemy today is fear. My enemy today is worry and anxiety. And when I read those words, I realize it will be fine. It will be fine. It'll be fine. I suppose you have a place, and I suppose you have a time of day where you can be alone and just be. I would like to meet you there tomorrow, perhaps, or the next day. I have a number of these things, and I won't just be able to coast through these in a short period of time. And I don't want to. I would prefer to spend the time individually, one thought at a time, with you as we go through this valley. My name is Jeff Gould. God bless.